It's a beautiful morning in Ontario. I'm doing a little walk with Dave as Lyra is still in recovery from her knee surgery. So I just wanted to say hello. Hello. And the energies feel like they've stabilized a bit for a moment. The most of July felt very chaotic to me. And then, we had our own personal upsets here with Lyra's accident and some other stuff. And then there was a bit of a roller coaster ride. And things just feel like they've kind of calmed down a little bit now that we have a new candidate for president of the United States, which personally I'm really excited about. I feel much calmer about that whole situation. So, of course, there's work to do in that regard, but I'm feeling a lot of hope that love and compassion will prevail moving forward. Into a brighter future. Of course, it won't be without its bumps and challenges, but it feels like there's been a great cleansing going on, and I'm still talking about the United States. And like Pluto has been scrubbing the energies and digging up from the depths things that have never been healed that can come up for healing now. And we can look at that personally and in that bigger picture of not just the US but the world. Because we are all sharing the same sky here. And I think that I know that we need to practice compassion and respect for one another, for our differences. I'm hoping that we can move into a time where we can speak about our different opinions without vilifying one another, and with a respectful effort to work at understanding one another's feelings. Because how we behave in our little lives is more important than perhaps people realize. Our little actions, our day-to-day interactions with one another, whether it is online or in person, is of vital importance. How we treat one another. It's come to my attention that a lot of readers, psychic readers, tarot readers, people that were predicting that President Biden would step down from running for president, a lot of those people received so much hate from their followers, which is really shocking and really unfair. And it turns out they were right as well, of course. And it's feeling like a much better situation now. And so we need to be careful about our fear responses And we need to be kind more than anything. I mean, these people who do these readings are offering for free their perspective, and the perspective they gain from their intuition and clairvoyance. And so to be abused for doing that is just, it's just awful. And I'm hoping that the current situation will calm things down a bit. I mean, it's probably going to get pretty ugly with disinformation out there. And that's another thing. We have to be really careful about what we read and what we share. We need to fact check whether it's information about either side. We need to fact check, because there's a lot of false information coming from bot farms. And so, yeah, we need to be careful about that. And then take a break. Take a break from it all. Get into something creative, or do something helpful in your community, whatever. You know what to do. And we need to cultivate loving kindness towards ourselves as well. Ooh, there's a snake. Hi, little snakey. Okay. Mosquitoes have found me. So we're all responsible for bringing peace into this world. Because we have a higher calling. That has to do with energy. I found something I wrote recently that seems to be from a dream, although I don't remember it. And I was speaking to an alchemist in this dream, and this person was showing me how there are lines of energy everywhere, coming from us, coming from the trees and the rocks and nature, and that someday we will have the ability to tap into these lines and travel to different places. I can't really explain it better than that. That we will be able to move about through tapping into these lines of energy. And now that I'm saying this, I'm recalling when I was reading the Carlos Castaneda materials, all those different books that he wrote, and they talked about this very thing. This is possible for us, but it also requires a great leap in consciousness, and having the responsibility of that kind of ability also requires a great leap in consciousness. It has to do with love. It has to do with love, loving ourselves and loving one another and loving this amazing planet that we live on. I don't know if this will happen in my lifetime, but there is so much that we don't know about our own abilities as human beings that we haven't even tapped into yet. And I feel that this knowledge and wisdom is going to grow within us as we continue to grow. And we can only do this with love and compassion and respect for all of life, because we are part of all of this. And every now and then I've had a glimpse of feeling that oneness. We are one with the entire universe, and no one of us is better than another because of whatever achievements we may have or how much money we might have. it is our birthright to come into this knowing that we are one with all of life. We are one with the source, the creator, creative source, creator source. And most of us walk around feeling separate most of the time. So I feel that this is another part of our evolutionary path to come into this knowing of our oneness with all of life. And so I put it out here for whoever's going to listen to this. And it's something that I am contemplating and considering in my own life with my own perception. And I find it very, I find that I'm more open to these concepts when I'm in nature. And if you live in a big city, find a tree in a park or moving water somewhere. But even with our fellow human beings, although a lot of the times we need to, or we feel we need to be shielded from so many different energies coming off people, because there's still a lot of unhealed trauma that is flowing through humanity. And I mean, if we look at it, instead of calling it toxic, realizing that it is really just unhealed trauma and fear, that opens a little window within our hearts to find compassion and maybe even forgiveness towards other people. It all starts within us. So that's my little message for today. And I hope that you can feel some of the peace and beauty and those bushes moving around in the distance. There is Dave, probably foraging for raspberries. He's always a source of entertainment. Oh, wait, one more thing I want to say. I've noticed this on Facebook. A lot of people have been losing their beloved furry cats and dogs lately. And I just want to say my heart goes out to all who are experiencing such grief. And it's just kind of seems to happen in waves, that kind of thing. So I just want to send a lot of love out into the grid around the earth, into the consciousness of my fellow human beings, sending love and comfort out to all of those who are experiencing grief at this time. May you be blessed, and may you know that the grief you feel is equal to the love that you have. And may you feel a warm, beautiful hug of comfort around you at this time. And now I think I see a bunch of raspberries in here that I'm gonna do a little foraging for myself. So, thank you. Much love to all of you. Bye-bye.